This session provides an overview of TaiRox products for Sage 300. We also write large and small customizations not described here. Here's the simplest version of what our products do. They address needs of Sage 300 implementations with lots of companies, lots of transactions, or large databases. Here's a few examples. Our tools help maintain the same accounts, customers, vendors, items, permissions, and desktops across multiple companies. Our tools help with high volume situations, such as a container arrives from China with items to fill hundreds of orders, or one item needs to be replaced by another in hundreds of orders. If you want more information than this overview provides, please visit our website. Our homepage has links to product handouts, which we keep up to date. Our best-selling products are listed on the homepage. We update our individual product pages several times each month. All products are distributed from the products page. The individual pages, videos, handouts, and particularly the user guides provide lots more detail. What our website won't provide is a list of our top-selling products, all time, by number of units sold. This is one way to get a sense of what we do. You can see that our revenue is nicely spread and that TaiRox Productivity Tools, or TPT, is our number one selling product. As an aside, if it's not clear what SOX stands for in some product names, SOX is a label we use to indicate that our product has some relationship with a compliance process. Sarbanes-Oxley were two U.S. senators who put together a bill to reduce the risk of business failure. I don't have time in this overview to cover all of the programs and features that comprise TaiRox Productivity Tools. The features shown here are listed in the handouts on our website. I'm going to speak to the order entry module tools to give you a sense of what we provide. Extended order entry and extended shipment entry add capabilities to the core Sage 300 forms, whether that is a finder that shows prices and quantities available, or a more comprehensive way to create purchase orders or requisitions. Ship orders, invoice shipments, update orders, and update shipments are tools that process hundreds of orders at a time, where core functionality processes one order at a time. Delete orders, delete quotes, and complete orders are tools that will clean up orders that may be years old, reducing day-end processing time and correcting inventory quantities. We add new tools almost every month. The list you see here is a document we keep up to date on our website. If you want to know what Business Care provides, you can consult this document on our TPT webpage. For those of you who have seen TaiRox Productivity Tools presentations in the past, here is a quick look at some recent features. New feature, Search Engine Finder. Let's say I remember that a customer has warehouse in their name or address. We have added an alternate finder to the key Sage 300 forms. Click on this finder and type in where. Matching entries from customers and ship to fields will be displayed. The searches match multiple fields and even combine some fields. If I only know the last digits of a phone number, I can type these in and the customer will be found. The Search Engine Finder is available for both customers and vendors. New feature, Vendor Inquiry. You may be familiar with Accounts Receivable Customer Inquiry. We've provided an analogous Vendor Inquiry, 20 tabs of information from which you can explore purchases and drill down to source documents. We support both standalone PO and PO integrated with inventory. Some tabs will not be displayed for users with insufficient rights. New feature, Apply Documents. I'm going to use a rental example to describe this program. You send out 500 invoices each month to apartment renters. The apartment managers collect checks and deposit them. Now the accounting department has to match them up. Apply Documents will speed up the matching and application of payments to invoices in this and in similar situations. Product number 2, copy company. Suppose you want to create a new Sage 300 company with the same accounts, customers, vendors, employees, or inventory items as an existing company. You want all balances to be zero and no transactional data to be copied. You don't want to figure out the correct order for import-export operations. You especially don't want to edit exported data and change the order of the entries. You want to include setup information that cannot be exported or imported. In other words, you don't want to spend hours or days at a task copy company can do in 30 minutes. Copy company can also be used in specific circumstances to copy setup from one live company to another. We provide a recipe in our user guide that shows how to copy GL integration settings safely. We also document a way for copy company to save time when a company's functional currency must change at year end. Product number 3, SOX Backup Express. There are many backup solutions. SOX Backup Express is designed specifically for Sage 300 data with disaster recovery in mind. Settings. All of the settings are saved in an XML file that drives a Windows scheduled task and will not get hung up. Backup means creating a DB dump for any number of Sage 300 databases with all of the advantages of that DB dump format. The shared folder and other folders can be included in from 1 to 99 daily archives. The archives are managed, oldest deleted after the newest is added. Non-Sage 300 SQL Server databases can also be included in an archive. Integrity checks can be run on any number of databases. There is an option to get the data to an FTP site, off-site, automatically, every day. You may see that we have a product called SOX Backup Enterprise, which has the additional features necessary to pull data from that FTP site into a test lab or to another office, to restore the data and to run an integrity check on it. In essence, completing a simple disaster recovery test every day. Product number 4, SOX User Management. Our SOX User Management product started from a typical SOX auditor's request. Show me all of the Sage 300 users and all of their rights. 3 reports totaling 70 pages with terse abbreviations did not impress. SOX User Management creates a 2-page Excel spreadsheet with meaningful names for permissions. We've extended the product to produce a report for all Sage 300 companies and to have options such as to exclude unused permissions from the report. Once we showed that information could be pulled together from various tables, from language files, and from ISAM files, we were asked if it was possible to make Mary's desktop look exactly like Jane's, including permissions, printer settings, desktop folders, and other features. For multi-company situations, a permissions cleanup in one company could be copied to another company with one click. All of these options are described in more detail in our user guide. Product 5, Fast DBTools. Our first version of Fast DBTools performed a 6-hour DB load operation in 2 hours, 3 times faster. Here you can see our latest version that shows a comprehensive Sage 300 centric view of a SQL Server instance. In the upper left-hand corner, you can see all of the SQL databases with their Sage 300 names. A red exclamation icon means the database is not a Sage 300 database. A gear icon indicates that the Sage 300 database has entries in the DB setup files. No icon means there are no DB setup entries. They have been deleted or never set up. The upper right-hand panel shows relevant details, including a column showing unused log file space, which can be recovered with the press of a button. We wanted to speed up DB dump operations. If you are running this tool on a machine with 8 cores in your CPU, you might click on File Settings and say you want to use up to 6 threads at a time. Dump all the databases and see how much faster this can be done and without any intervention. Fast DBTools is not just fast. It will lock out all databases when operations are being performed, dumps or loads, eliminating time-related data inconsistencies. Product 6, Download Rates. Download Rates is normally set up to run nightly as a Windows scheduled task. It will make repeated attempts to connect to RSS feeds, download currency rate data, and store each rate with associated Sage 300 rate types. Data entry errors and the effort to correct them are eliminated. Rates can be adjusted up or down by a percentage to more accurately reflect the value of receivables or payables. Download rates will convert current ISO codes into older forms that may be stored in Sage 300 databases and difficult to change. The Sage 300 feature spread becomes practical use once data entry time is eliminated. Free providers such as Yahoo, the Bank of Canada, or the U.S. Federal Reserve are supported. Commercial providers such as Oanda and Currency Layer will provide historical rates, bid-ask rates, and other features. Product 7, Fast Data Integrity. When your Sage 300 databases grow to a moderate size, it is no longer practical to run an admin services integrity check that takes 30 hours. Fast Data Integrity will take about 30 minutes instead of 30 hours. Why? The admin services checker dual purposes logic that is used to check data entered on forms, and it does these checks one row at a time. FastDic asks SQL Server for only those rows that are in error. There may be 10 queries made on a table of 10,000 rows, not 10,000 queries. Fast Data Integrity checks all structural problems, orphan rows, and foreign keys. We believe it checks all GLARAPIC and OE errors of the form details don't add up to the totals in the header, including checks that admin services DIC doesn't make. Certain data entry related checks, such as for illegal characters in a field, are not performed. Another problem with data integrity checkers is noise, and you can see some options here to eliminate noise. There may be hundreds of errors from 5 years ago that will never be fixed, but clutter up your log. And you don't really want to see 500 messages that say the same inventory item no longer exists. Product 8, SOX Check Approval. We introduced SOX Check Approval this last year, and it is not yet on our top 10 list. The simple-to-use console you see here provides executive staff the ability to control printing of checks for multiple Sage 300 companies. Unapproved checks are removed from payment batches, and approved checks are released for printing and distribution. A complete audit log is maintained of all submission and approval activity. 1 to 3 levels of approval can be set up per company. Email notification is also company specific. There are many advanced features such as proxy admin users for Sage 300 and drill down to Altex DocLink viewer. Product number 9, last product, automate GL consolidation. Suppose you use GL consolidations every month to bring data from 30 different companies into a consolidated company. There's a lot of manual exporting, copying of files, and importing. Automate GL consolidations eliminates the manual steps, improving accuracy and saving time. I mentioned that TaiRox does large and small customization. As an example, this picture shows a customization that expands the order entry form to show the bill to and ship to addresses and to allow entry of a specific optional fields right on the form itself. That completes a quick overview of TaiRox products for Sage 300. Please visit our mobile-friendly website for more detailed information.